Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel, The Ritual Flow. My name is Jessica. I read cards, charts, and energy. And for today's reading, we are going to be doing a love reading for Taurus. So if you have a Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or North Node, there may be a message here for you. Let's get into it. Spirit, please allow me to connect the Taurus collective. Let's see what messages of love. Oh my goodness, can't do all that. That one, okay. Let's see what came out here first. Okay. A couple more cards for Taurus. Okay, that's all right. So I'm seeing here when it comes to your relationship or love energy, you have had a lot of feelings of doubt and insecurity that you've been dealing with. And you've been dealing with that a little more internally. On the outside, you're coming off as, being even killed, not showing the emotions that you're feeling inside, not letting all of this anguish come out to the surface, appearing much more emotionally stable than what you're feeling inside. And this is due to a karmic energy that you're processing at this time. You're undergoing changes internally, and you're a little nervous about reflecting that on the outside. You are protecting your heart a bit in this instance. And you're doing some work here. You're really wanting to move forward from this energy that's been plaguing you, all of these negative feelings of doubt and insecurity, fear, lack. But that involves for you taking a risk, having a new beginning, letting your passion, your spirit take hold of the decisions that you're making when it comes to love. You've been really in your head about this, and you're still going to struggle with those mental sort of hindrances for a little while, but it's you holding your own self back. You thinking about your love life in such a logical manner and leaving the depth of your emotion out of the picture, not really nurturing and catering to your own emotions, that's really been causing this buildup of negative energy inside you that's not necessarily being reflected on the outside, but is causing you a great deal of difficulty. And moving forward, though, you're going to have to make a decision about whether you are going to allow yourself to keep ruminating in your mind and cycling through these fears and doubts and all of that negative difficulty, or whether you're going to let go of that mental cycle, tap into your emotions, and start to trust a little more in them as a sign that what you're thinking is out of alignment with what you're feeling and what your spirit wants. That seems to be the primary issue for you at this time, is that your mind is telling you that when it comes to your love life, things should be a certain way, things are a certain way, and that way that your mind is championing is in contradiction to what your body is feeling, to what your spirit is trying to clue you into. And once you allow yourself to tap into the emotional side of your being and trust what you're feeling over what you're thinking, then there will be an opportunity to reunite with your spiritually aligned path and some person who is aligned with you. That could be someone who's already in your life, who you've just had a disconnect between because of these feelings, these internal struggles, the karma that you're processing in seeing your true self. Or this could also be someone new who is going to be coming into the picture when you allow yourself the freedom to step forward. But there's definitely a new beginning here. Whether that's a new beginning with someone existing or a new beginning with someone literally new. And you have the internal strength, the courage to persevere and overcome these negative thoughts that are keeping you stuck, keeping you repeating this cycle of not feeling fulfilled in the way that your soul is calling you. You've gotten the idea maybe from like societal pressure or patterns that you learned from your parents or some other scenario in your life that love is supposed to look a certain way. But you know in your heart that even though you have something that looks like it's supposed to look, that it doesn't feel aligned. It doesn't feel like how you know in your soul that it's supposed to feel. And that's something that you are working on reconciling within your mind and your body and your spirit. Okay, let's get some oracle cards. Let's see what other information Spirit has for the Taurus Collective about this energetic situation. Of repairing the veil of forgiveness and the wall obstacles. So yeah, there are definitely some obstacles here. But I'm picking up on that most of them are self-created. That you've been holding yourself back, sort of repressing your own desires, your own ideas, your own feelings. And that's created a life around you, a wall around you even, that doesn't feel aligned. It's keeping you separate from what your soul feels connected to. And sitting in that energy of just seeing all the obstacles is not serving you. Since you helped build the wall, you helped build the obstacles, you can deconstruct the wall. You can remove the obstacles by thinking differently. And it's important to forgive yourself as part of that process. You didn't do something wrong necessarily by getting yourself into this situation. We come into this life to experience obstacles and give ourselves space to learn and heal and grow from the obstacles that we create. So be gentle with yourself and understand that this is part of your process. That it's okay that you've created this scenario, and it's also okay for you to work towards leaving it behind and building something new and better for yourself. Wow, I swear that card is coming out in one way or another for every sign this week. Okay, so in order to move out of this cycle, you do have to come to a point of recognizing it and being willing to surrender those thoughts, surrender attachment to them, to where you are able to trust in your spiritual guidance, in alignment with the divine creative part of yourself. And you're going to mentally notice all of the shadows. You've been seeing the shadows here with this 9 of Swords, with this 8 of Swords. And you've been letting those shadows sort of keep you imprisoned behind this wall. But that's the whole point of shadow work. When we don't run away or obsess about or attach ourselves to the shadows when we see them, when we allow ourselves to forgive our own shadows and look beyond them to see the light within us as well. Because you have to have the light and the dark. It's duality. It's created in this physical reality. There's no way around that. You can't be all light. Just like you also can't be all shadow, even though if you're focusing on the darker parts of yourself and it's bringing you fear and doubt and worry, then that can be all that it looks like to you. But it's important for you to have this radical acceptance, to forgive and welcome in and accept and come to terms with what your shadows are, not to get hung up on them, but to just accept that, to surrender to the reality of your energy. And by doing so, you will find that deeper spiritual connection, that feeling of love that you've been looking for, that your body is telling you has been missing when you've been all up in your head here. Let's get a couple of the energy oracle as well. What else do you have to say to our Taurus viewers? Woman holding a heart. It's a lot of heart imagery going on here. That's a little more, but let's see what's here. Patience, action, the sun, magician in the mirror. Okay, interesting. Oh, and at the bottom, we have 7th chakra. So, what I'm seeing here is, regardless of what your situation is, whether you have been closed off in a relationship that's truly aligned for you, or whether you're in a relationship that is severely misaligned and that's keeping you distant from one that would be aligned for you, what I'm seeing here is definitely an overemphasis on the mental aspect of things, on the crown chakra, and decreasing that emphasis, tapping more into your emotions, letting those signals from your body be communicated from your heart space is going to be opening up this new beginning for you. And for many of you, this is a brand new relationship. It is a sort of twin flame soulmate dynamic. Someone else is mirroring you and manifesting the same thing you're trying to manifest. They've also been up in their head about things and recognize that there is something more that their heart wants, and they're wanting to meet you in the middle on that. This is going to bring a lot of happiness for you both. But it is important to be patient with yourself. Healing, letting go of attachments, forgiving yourself. It's not always easy. It's not something that, just necessarily happens at the snap of your fingers, although it really can be that easy. But for most of us, it's not always that easy. We can tell ourselves in the moment that, okay, yes, I'm all good now, but then those thoughts will creep back in, and you have to make yourself good again. So just be patient, working through your energy. And, this action card, I feel like you've been afraid to take action with this 8 of Swords. keeping all of your thoughts up in your head about actions you would like to take towards moving out of this negative cycle and towards something new and fresh and heart opening. But this is a sign to move forward, to take that action. Surrender attachment to those thoughts. Let your logical mind take a back seat for a moment and let your heart lead where you're going, because it's led by your soul, it's led by your spirit, and you can trust it to take you exactly where you want to be. Okay, that is your reading for this week. If this resonated with you, please give it a like, comment down below, let me know how things are going for you. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll be back with another reading for you next week. I hope to see you there. Thanks. Bye.